Hey Jen, so I don't have a lot here for you that's like saying, hey, what you have isn't working or isn't great. I'm gonna have some suggestions um, for just like breakdowns, which ones are more important or how to move ahead with keys, you know. So sh she's the one that starts talking, saying, with the first line, and he says what on the left. And forgive me if I'm assuming the gender is incorrectly, right? That's great. But it maybe keep her in this original pose for a little bit longer. So once he says what, we get a beat before, she turns and reacts to what he's said, you know? Um, because he turns quick and says what kind of quick after she says his line. Like, so I don't know, maybe to start seeing some of that offset stuff at this point would be great as you add in drawings and keys.
I mean, we do have instant ramen.
And then that kind of same note goes here. I like to see him. I like this pose a lot where he's leaning away. There's a lot of great body language. Like I imagine he's looking up here to the left, I really feel like he's kind of looking away. So having her like still be engaged at this point while she's like listening to him like continue on like I don't know. Anyways, just a way to like offset them and stagger their movement so that they're not moving together on the same thing. And then we can start thinking about where the audience's eye is going to be, because when he moves away, it's going to draw the audience's eye over here. And then when she moves and adjusts, then it's going to draw our eye back there. So to start seeing like these keys stagger and offset from each other, I think is really going to help us sort of make sure that all that's working solidly and make sure that we're going down the right path.
No.
This is great. Like I love her coming over and kind of bumping him playfully. And even what happened in your reference where like this foot kind of kicks up. And I know we're not able to see the feet in here, but it is we may be able to see it through how like some of the weight reacts in the torso, right? Like if that hip kind of leans up and stuff, we're gonna feel it. It's gonna be implied.
If it just sticks, I've been trying, no? You made too much.
And then all of this stuff feels like very even to me, like how they're coming back up here, right? This feels like this is almost like a lot of in-betweens between the keys. So this is where they're going to, right? This is like one of our keys, which I'll mark here. And you can see like, with the onion skinning here, that's like evident in this thing. These things are very evenly spaced. I feel this when I watch it play. But let's see. I'll do my own onion skinning and track it. Right, so this is where we're going. There's that one. I have to turn on more than 25 frames of my onion skinning. That one and that one. I don't know, that seems to be like a growing space. But I imagine it's going to have to be faster. Because here when I'm watching a reference, this is just something to think about. Like we don't need to get too specific about this now. When I'm watching a reference, like and thinking about this spacing, like it accelerates into something pretty quickly until like you kind of settle here, and then it like slowly moves over. So that's going to be like one of the more delicate moves that you're doing. So we can kind of get a spacing idea for what you've done in your reference. Probably not hugely productive to get this granular at this time, so I'm sorry that I'm doing it. I don't know if you do timing charts. We can talk about doing timing charts when you do your 2D animation to kind of plan. I don't know if you've seen these things where they go like this, and this is frame 1 and this is 13, and they'll describe like how they kind of want the breakdowns to be spaced out between those things. I'm not sure if you're already familiar with those things, then no need to go over them, but if you want to, we absolutely can. And then you can make little notes to yourself to remind you later when you're in between it, like how you want how you want to handle this timing. But so far, I got to say, like, all this is looking solid. Just keep going with your keys. Maybe at some point you want to start doing a pass to refine, you know, just to kind of show eyes and eye directions and stuff. I'm not sure what your eye design is like, so this is probably going to be way off. But even if we're just doing like little things like this, you know what I mean? It's going to be helpful to like help describe like the acting and action. And start layering some eye stuff and eye mask stuff in here. Even like just implications of brows. Like all of this could just be for planning still at this point. It doesn't have to be like matching the design you want to hit or even anything like that, but it could just be a way for us to make sure that everything's working out. Yeah. Yeah, but so far this is going great. I can't wait to see additional keys and then start getting to breakdowns and all that sort of thing. But I think you're off to a good start. So great stuff, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, bye.